Do you have a quick take on it?
Quick take on it?
Yeah, like what's the main reason?
I'm sorry, I'm in a Spanish congregation.
Oh, you have perfect English. What's the main reason for you? I mean, we're just trying to, be understanding and try to understand.
Well, you see, how would I exactly put it? That's the thing, because I don't want to get lost in translation here. How would I exactly say it in English?
You have perfect English. I know it's not your first language, but what's the general idea?
General idea, because let me just think for a second. What would I say? Because, well, how would I exactly put it?
Do you agree with it?
Sorry?
I mean, do you agree with that view?
With which view?
Well, that it's wrong. There's something wrong about Mother's Day. Is it like a sin or just like a rule that they have?
It's not a rule. It's just a general view. It's kind of like if you think, what is the purpose of Mother's Day exactly? Show appreciation to your mother, correct?
Yeah, the Bible says to honor your father and your mother. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that is correct. But now, do we have to do it on a specific day?
No, we don't have to. That's not what it's about. It's not. Nobody has to. No.
Exactly, but I mean, we should be doing that all the time in our actions and in our words. It's not just reserved for a specific day.
I don't think anybody that does it would have a view that they would only want to do it on that day, so I'm not really sure who you're talking about. But are you saying it's not a rule? We thought it was. Would anything happen to you if you did it? Like said Happy Mother's Day to your mother? Would she be mad at you, or what would happen?
We don't. I mean, I guess in a sense, it's not exactly a rule. It's just our point of view. We wouldn't do it.
Oh, nobody would? Like you couldn't if you just decided that you thought it was like okay? I mean, so like kind of is a rule, huh? Is it a strong rule?
Kind of.
Okay. Would anything happen to you if you just, wanted to do it?
I honestly can't really, I'm not really sure.
Okay. We just wanted to, we're curious about a lot of things about that. It's kind of, to us it's very unusual.
Oh, hi. I just have a quick question. I was wondering if someone could help me with it.
Yes.
Do you have a minute?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, we were talking about it I'm in a forum where we talk about the Bible and religion, and we weren't really sure about the answer to this, but what's wrong with Mother's Day?
When you say what's wrong with it, what do you mean? As far as why we as witnesses don't celebrate it?
Yeah.
Well, there's not a biblical reason, but there's any time that a religion or a holiday puts undue emphasis on a particular person, it can be similar to like birthdays or that sort of thing. It's just not something that we particularly see a value in celebrating a person. What we feel is you should show proper respect and dignity to that person or those type of people like mothers every day of the year. Why a specific day? But
so you can do it every day except for that day then?
No, you show them the same amount of respect every day.
So so it's not in the Bible, so that's not a biblical. So it's kind of just a man-made rule.
There's no rule, ma'am.
There's no rule? So witnesses can do it? Would they have any consequences or anything like that? Could they do it?
Each person with their Bible-trained conscience would choose to celebrate holidays or not.
Oh, so nothing happens to them if they do? It's like just kind of up to each person?
Well, I couldn't judge a person. That's between them and Jehovah.
No.
That's
I mean, as far as in the hall and in the organization, there was no repercussions for that, for holidays? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Man.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you meant, because it's kind of...
Matter of fact, if you would like, I would be more than happy to meet with you. You could either come to the Kingdom Hall or we could come to...
Well, I don't live around there. It's just, was that always the view, or was that developed, like, at one point in time, or did Jehovah's Witnesses always have that view, like, from the beginning about Mother's Day?
Well, Mother's Day wasn't a holiday until the mid-1930s, and the organized Jehovah's Witnesses came in the late 1800s, ma'am. So I don't understand... I mean, right from the beginning, they weren't allowed to have Mother's Day, or did they do it for a while and then change it later? Do you know? I honestly don't know. I've never researched when or why.
Oh, okay.
But you're more than welcome to go to jw.org and do a search on Mother's Day or holidays, and it has a comprehensive listing.
So, just one more question. Thanks for helping me. Is it like a rule or is it a sin?
Is it a sin
or a rule? Yeah.
That's just kind of an odd question. I mean, when you're saying a rule, there's no rule in the Bible that says you can't celebrate Mother's Day. Obviously. No. I mean, just
within your group. You know, you already said it wasn't in the Bible, but is it considered like a sin? Like, are you not in fellowship with Jehovah anymore if you do that, or is it just a rule? Is there or is it the same? If it's a rule, then it is like a sin. As I mentioned,
there's not a rule. I mean, or that's between that person and Jehovah and their relationship. Your conscience and my conscience would be completely different in some certain areas, wouldn't it?
Oh.
I mean, how you grew up, who you grew up around, what is important to you, that affects your conscience. As you study the Bible, as you look at principles, then that affects your conscience. And that would all affect your relationship and the choices you make between you and your Creator, wouldn't it?
Okay, so it's not a thing laid down by the organization. It's really between you and God. Is that what you mean?
Well, each person's relationship is between them and Jehovah. And if somebody's looking to have hard and fast rules or to make laws, you know, Jesus talked about the scribes and the Pharisees looking to nitpick and find a specific rule or a law. He said that Jehovah provided the law as a protection and an encouragement. It was man who was trying to find loopholes and deceit and conversations like that. So if that's what you're asking me,
I guess to someone on the
I
know. I guess to someone on the outside of Jehovah's Witnesses,
they seem to have hundreds of those kind of things, like what you're talking about. The Pharisees were into. It seems like there's tons of them. They have all kinds of
respect for his mother. When Jesus was near the end of his life, he wanted to make sure that his mother was taken care of.
Well, I was just asking you about something else you said. Now you're kind of changing the subject, but they have.
No,
I guess there's like.
Day,
okay, you said you're talking about the Pharisees having a lot of, extraneous rules. I mean, your organization, they're kind of like well known for that, at least to outsiders, would say it's very controlling. You don't realize that?
No, I don't. I mean,
it's all like chill.
I've been raised around the truth my whole life, and I've never viewed it as a lot of rules or laws.
Oh, because I think when you go on you can, people have compiled them, and there's like 100 something like things you definitely can't do.
Okay.
Do you have a minute?
I've got a second. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were talking about we have a discussion group that talks about religions and stuff, and we couldn't really come up with an answer on this one. We don't really know what the view is, but we just wanted to ask a witness, like, what's wrong about Mother's Day?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. We are about to have a a meeting right now. It's just a little bit. We're getting ready for it, but maybe I can get your number, and I can
Well,
have someone call
do you
you
have
guys back.
do you have just a quick thought on it that I could, mention to them?
Let's see here. If you go to our website and you type in, I'm just going to try this here since I'm in front of the computer.
So you don't know right off? I mean,
Mother's Day. I think if I was going to give you a real quick explanation on it, it would be the fact that you should always really show appreciation. We don't really need a day to show appreciation to our mothers, that you can always show appreciation to them.
well, I think everybody agrees with that, even people who do it. So I'm not sure what the meaning of that is, but we're trying to see what's wrong with it.
Okay. Did someone say that there's something wrong with it, or have you heard from us about that?
Oh, so you don't have a rule about it?
Really everything that we do, it just has to come from the Bible. And so if there's not a scripture on it, if there's not a Bible principle behind it, then really we can't be dogmatic about things like that. We don't really make rules aside from what the Bible makes.
Okay, we thought it was kind of a rule. We didn't know you guys had things that, some would do and some wouldn't do. So some witnesses can do it, and would anything bad happen to them?
I don't know of any that do that do celebrate Mother's Day, because it's kind of like a birthdays or anything else like that. Like those things are the spirit behind it, just like the spirit behind Thanksgiving. A lot of times it's good to be thankful. It's good to be appreciative of your parents, of your mother, of your father.
Yeah, it is good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, like I
so
said,
you're saying it's not a rule, but there's no one who does otherwise. It kind of sounds like it might be a rule,
Yeah, I don't think we don't ever say, well, you can't celebrate Mother's Day because we say so. It would come from the Bible. It would come from what's the Bible principle behind it. And so what I can do is I can do some research and find the Bible principle, basically the scriptural lesson that shows us why a Christian might not want to celebrate Mother's Day, or might not want to observe the Mother's Day, participate in the Mother's Day observation that happens in the United States or around the world, but that they would still show appreciation for their mothers. But like I said, we are getting ready we got a meeting here in just a few minutes at 1 o'clock, is our English meeting.
Thanks for your help.
So maybe I can would you like for someone to contact you and maybe get back to you on that
I've been reading
principle?
the Bible since I was 10 every single day, and I don't think I've ever seen a principle about that. But
okay.
Well, thanks for your help.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
And if you, I can give you a website you can go to, and maybe if you.
Did you find something on it? Did it come up when you searched for it?
No, I don't have anything in front of me right now, but.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you have a minute?
I'll see if I can.
Okay. Well, I'm in this discussions group where we talk about religion and the Bible and stuff like that, and we couldn't really come up with an answer about this when we were talking about Jehovah's Witnesses. And our question is what's wrong with Mother's Day? Since it's kind of a current topic,
Oh, okay. The best advice that I can give you, because it'll have all the scriptures dealing with that, if you go on our website, which is jw.org.
Well, we really wanted to ask a witness what they thought about it, because you're all qualified ministers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So could you just briefly, just in a nutshell, doesn't have to be long or anything, but, what's your thought on it?
Well, the first thing is that we're not supposed to give or worship or honor to anybody or anything except for Jehovah God.
Do you think people are worshiping their mother?
If
they give her flowers or take her out for lunch or something like that?
Oh, well, we can do that any day. We don't have to have a special day assigned by a government or ruler, to honor our mother. We can do that every day.
Yeah, so can everybody else. So that's not really the answer, but the question is what's wrong about it? Is Is it?
Well, that's why I wanted you to go to JW, because off the top of my head, I don't have the scriptures, but if you go to JW.org,
There's scriptures
they'll
about
all
it?
be listed. Yes. Yeah, the principles that apply. You can look the scriptures up if you go to that website.
Just one more quick question. Is it like a rule or a sin?
It's a principle that if you look those scriptures up, you can see how it applies.
So is it like a rule in the organization, like that everybody has to follow?
It's a Bible-based principle that people that have studied the Bible and they allow their Bible-trained conscience to guide them, then they make that decision for themselves.
They do? So some make a different decision? Like would anything happen to you if you did it or said like Happy Mother's Day to somebody? Would they get like in trouble, or like would somebody be mad at you? We're just trying to get how firm it is. Is it really a serious like thing if you do it?
Well,
or
when you understand the principles and you've studied the scriptures and you understand the principles that apply and have accurate knowledge, because that's the key, accurate knowledge of the Bible, then when you make your decision in harmony with Jehovah's will, then,
right,
then
but I was just, but I know, but I was asking what would happen if someone did it. Would anything happen? Would they be like kind of in trouble or something like that?
Oh, I think that would be each case would be an individual.
Oh, okay. So some people can do it and it would be okay, or is it a very...
Well, it's not something that's okay according to the Bible principles, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so
we all have free will. We all have free will, and we can all make choices. It doesn't mean they're going to be good choices, but yes, everybody can make their own choice.
So, but I'm just asking what would happen if you did it. If someone caught you doing it, what would happen? Within the witnesses.
Everything we do, so it's not a case.
No, I don't mean with Jehovah, but like at the Kingdom Hall, or if the elders knew, would anything happen to you?
Well, that's why I suggest that you go to the JW.org.
You don't want to answer that? What's the problem? I mean, what would happen? Would they come talk to you? Would you have to say you're sorry, or what?
You're asking me to give you right off the top of my head scriptures and things, and
no, I didn't ask for scriptures. I was just asking if you, like in your congregation, like what would happen.
That's what I do. I answer questions from the scriptures. I don't give my own opinion because
there's certainly no scripture about what would happen if you celebrated Mother's Day.
There's principles that apply.
No, I'm asking you as the organizational procedure, would anything happen to you if you did?
Well, I'm not authorized to speak for the organization.
Okay. You don't want to say for some reason. But hey, thanks for your help otherwise, okay?
The information's there. The information's there.
I don't think it is No, that's why we wanted to ask a witness what would happen in actual practice if you did. But I can see you're very reluctant. No, it's really not.
The information's on our website.
About what would happen?
To see. If you're really interested, you'll go to the website.
They don't really talk about shunning too much on the website. They actually deny it. But hey, thanks for your help anyway, okay?
You're welcome.
Okay, God bless.
Don't want to interrupt.
Does it require an elder to answer this, or?
I don't think so. We just we just had a question. We wanted to see what just a witness would think about it.
Okay. Well, if it's simple, you can ask me.
Oh, okay. It is really simple. We were talking about it in a religion forum, like they have these online discussion groups, and we couldn't really figure it out about the witnesses' views about what is wrong with Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. Well, it's if you look at the history of it, where it was originated, you'll figure it out why it has nothing to do with Bible principles, and it's a Bible principle that we're adhering to here. Basically, when a person celebrates that day, they just honor their mother that day, and perhaps you honor her in every way, but just showing special honor, and we should be doing that every day. That's
well, I think everybody would agree with that. What is the pagan origin, the history? Could you just tell me, like, where did it come from? Like some pagan group?
Do you have access to the JW.org library?
Yeah, but I just really wanted to know what you thought. Because you said it was a pagan origin. Do you know where? Like what group is it?
Man-made, that's what it means. But I don't have the information offhand.
Oh, okay.
That's why I say if you go into the jw.org and type it in and ask a question.
Well, it's not. I guess we just wanted to talk to a qualified minister like
you.
Yeah, well, I'm a qualified minister, but to be honest with you, I haven't done the research on it because nobody has asked me lately. I know.
Oh, okay, okay. Does anything happen to a witness, like if they did decide they wanted to do it, or said Happy Mother's Day to somebody? Would something happen to them?
No, I mean,
what
would happen? I mean, they wouldn't celebrate it if they're really truly faithful.
Oh, okay, because it's like a rule. Is it like a rule?
Mother's Day to me, I would say, well, thank you for I appreciate the thought.
No. I mean, if a witness did it, who was in good standing, like, would something happen to them? Would there be a penalty? That's what we were trying to get at.
Did what?
Said Happy Mother's Day, or said they were going out with their mother for Mother's Day, or something like that. Would something happen?
I don't know to what extent they would go to. I mean, if they go into the actual celebrating and making a big deal out of it, then they might. Nothing will happen. They just get admonished.
Admonished, like somebody will like scolded or something like that.
For that? Well, kinda. They would.
Okay.
What was the motive behind it? But me being a faithful witness, and I do have a wife that's not in the truth. But I just they don't bother me asking me, please celebrate it with me, because I show my respect for her every single day. And
so did the witnesses always have that rule about Mother's Day ever since it was started? Wasn't it like in the 1930s, or did they used to celebrate it? Do you know?
Oh, I can't remember. Maybe back in the early days, they even celebrated Christmas and all that. But they came to accurate knowledge of the scriptures, and they readjusted.
Do you have like a passage I could read about it in the Bible that would apply to that?
I don't have it out hand. Like I said, we were in the middle of a meeting, and I just answered the phone.
Okay.
But if you want to call back in about an hour from
now, cool.
We'll answer that.
Maybe I will. Okay, because I've read the Bible all my life, and I just never really noticed that about Mother's Day in it. But hey, thanks for your help. Okay.
You're welcome.
God bless.
I mean, being today and all, what's wrong with Mother's Day?
Well, we don't honor any individual. We honor God and His Son, Christ Jesus, but we don't honor any individual person. It kind of goes in the same category like birthdays. First century Christians didn't celebrate birthdays, and so anything to honor an individual like that, we don't follow.
Honor, you think it's like worship or something? Just because like a person takes their mother out to lunch, it's just kind of a neat tradition or something. I guess I'm not really getting what you're saying.
Okay, we don't have to wait until Mother's Day to do that once a year. We do it all the time.
So does everybody. So I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know how that applies, but.
I mean, they sure talk about the governing body a lot. I mean, they're just men, aren't they?
But we don't honor them.
Really?
No.
It seems like they're constantly talked about. Oh.
They don't want to be honored. They don't want somebody to get their autograph and like that. We don't honor any man.
They do. They sign people's Bibles.
They don't like to.
They don't like to? Then why do they do it?
Only that's not the norm.
Oh.
I don't know anybody who's had a Bible signed by them.
Oh, yeah, I could show you it on some videos if you want to see it. They do it at conventions and things.
I'm not interested.
You're not interested in what they do? I thought they're like God's channel. But anyways, I just have another quick question about that. So, if someone did do Mother's Day, like said Happy Mother's Day, or took their mother out, for that day, what would happen, to a witness? Would they get in trouble?
No.
Okay.
It's just between them and Jehovah.
Oh, it's not like a rule that you all have to follow.
We don't have a bunch of rules, no.
You don't have a bunch of rules?
No.
Oh, so we
go by principles.
Okay,
now,
so
somebody goes out and gets drunk, that's Bible law.
Oh, okay, so do some of the witnesses do Mother's Day then, because they just want to choose to?
No, because we're encouraged not to honor an individual. So we don't celebrate birthdays. We don't
Okay.
celebrate Mother's Day or Father's Day or.
But nothing would happen to you if you did. There wouldn't be any like penalty, or would someone scold you like kind of about it, or would you be on like probation or something like that?
If it got to be an issue, they may be talked to or something.
Well, that's what I mean. Is it an issue? I'm asking if it is an issue, or if there's some freedom to have differences.
Every situation is different, so that would have to be on a one-on-one basis.
So you do get in trouble, or you don't? Yeah. If you do it kind of openly, say Happy Mother's Day,
Hey, everyone is accountable for their actions between them and God.
Well, I was asking specifically, would something
get involved with it if it was a gross wrong?
If it was what?
A gross wrong, like adultery.
Oh, a gross wrong. Okay, like if you put up a Christmas decoration, is that a gross wrong?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's a pagan worship.
Okay, that's like worshiping like Roman gods from Roman times.
There's so many things in Christmas that's has a pagan origin. Anything's got a pagan origin, we do not do.
What about piñatas?
About what?
Piñatas. Those that's things that has a pagan origin. Yeah.
We don't do that.
It says in the Awake magazine it's okay to do that because it doesn't matter what it meant.
Wrong.
Oh, could I give you the reference?
No. I'm sorry. I don't have time to discuss this and argue this with you. Okay?
Okay. Well, thanks for your help.
Sure.
Do you have a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were discussing this we have a online like a group that discusses religions and stuff like that, and we just couldn't come up with an answer on this one regarding Jehovah's Witnesses. So I thought we'd just call and ask. And the question is like, what's bad about Mother's Day?
Well, that's a good question, and it seems like it would not make any sense, right? Because you're just showing things to mom, because moms do a lot. But there's always, usually when you look at the holidays, there's always a background to it of some kind of a pagan origin.
Oh, wow.
For example, when you look at Christmas, if you really, and you can just Google if you want, or look in encyclopedias, you find all kinds of pagan things that have been introduced for Christmas. Like, for example, there's no record of when Jesus was born, but yet everybody thinks Jesus was born on December 25th. So where did that come from? Well, Constantine took that date, it was the date of the sun god, or sun worship, right? And they intermixed it because they wanted Christianity and the pagans just to intermix because it was tearing apart his empire.
Well, I was asking particularly about Mother's Day. Do you know what the pagan origin was? Because I guess I don't know much about the history of it.
You know what? I'd have to actually do some research, to be honest with you, on that. I don't want to just speak off the cuff. I really have to.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, it was kind of originated in our country as just a special day. I don't. I mean, it doesn't go back to Roman times or.
Right. I'd have to. I just have to look off the top of my head.
Okay. Is it?
No, I don't. I couldn't just give you something off the top of my head.
Do you guys believe it's like a rule or a sin?
To celebrate?
Yeah, to celebrate Mother's Day.
It's not. It's just one of those things that Jesus said, "Be no part of the world," just as He was no part of the world. And so we try to separate ourselves from that standpoint. We want to do all things for God's glory and according to what the Bible tells us. And so we try to examine that, and that's why we make the decisions on different things like that. But it's always based on the Bible.
Well, I've read the Bible for many years, and I just had never noticed anything that would be applicable. I mean, it seems like there's a certain amount of freedom in Christ too. Like the one passage does talk about holidays and don't judge other people over it. But would you say it's what would happen if a witness did do it? Would they get in trouble?
Well, they might get talked to.
Talked to.
Even they might just be shown some different scriptures on different things.
Which ones would a person be shown about Mother's Day?
Again, I would have to
okay.
have some time, but I could. I mean, what's your number?
Well, that's okay. I mean, I've read the Bible all my life. I can't even imagine what they would be. I mean,
Do you live here in the area?
No.
Where do you live at?
Oh, I live in a different area, but we were just wondering, just for our own discussion, because nobody could really even think of like a possible reason,
Well, I'll tell you what. Mm-hmm. This might be an easier way.
Okay.
If you go to our website, jw.org, and on the toolbar, kind of in the middle, there's a little toolbar that says About Us.
Okay.
If you click on that, then it will come up with a bunch of different questions that are asked about Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, is Mother's Day on there?
I don't know if Mother's Day is on there, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other things like about Christmas, about homosexuality, or why they don't take blood, all those kinds of things. So you can get some really nice answers from that. Because honestly, we have a meeting going on right now.
Oh, okay. Don't want to interrupt. Hey, thanks for your time.
But that's a good place to go.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one. God bless.
Bye-bye.
See ya.